When I found out Michael Jackson was at Studio
Talk
54,
to
it
him.
was so.
That sent you.
That was it. I didn't
Off the
say
Wall
nothing.
with Studio 54.
Yeah, that sent me. When I realized that Mike was in there, that really what did it. Cause I was like, yo, I'm loving the disco culture. I'm loving how they was just getting down, dancing. They having nobody was. You had to be a certain type of fly to get in.
Yeah.
And I seen Mike in there. I was like, I'm done.
Coming off of Life of a Don, my man Don Toliver is back with a new album, Love Sick, and I love the title. I love you and Kali Uchis embracing. I love the fact she's on this album. I love the aesthetic. I see you got some of the finest fabrics on. You came today. Oh, you got the Love Sick finger rings.
Yeah, my girl got me these for my birthday
beautiful.
last year.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
good for you, man.
Thank you.
How you feel?
I feel good, man. Love Sick is out. Been working on this album for about a year. It's crazy to see it's out in the world. Definitely a good feeling.
Yeah, man. So, how long have you been working on this project? Talk about the level of stress, because I feel like you're kind of like,
I'm definitely like, honestly, I started working on this project late April 2022, and I just haven't stopped working on it since. And even to this day, like, it's crazy, but it's been an ongoing process, and it's been very tedious. Every single day.
It says here the album pays homage to disco culture.
Yes.
So going out, having a good time, partying.
Yes.
Getting fly.
You
know what I'm saying? Gangster films, which was an era.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Soul and R&B, which is always at the forefront of what you do.
Yes.
What captivated you and told you, okay, this is the aesthetic I need to capture right now?
Studio 54. When I found out Michael Jackson was at Studio 54, it was so.
That sent you.
That was it. I didn't
Off the
say
Wall
nothing.
with Studio 54.
Yeah, that sent me. When I realized that Mike was in there, that really what did it. Cause I was like, yo, I'm loving the disco culture. I'm loving how they was just getting down, dancing. They having nobody was. You had to be a certain type of fly to get in.
Yeah.
And I seen Mike in there. I was like, I'm done.
So the story goes, or at least the way I read it and have been told it, was Mike was trying to find his whole path as he was coming out of, being a child superstar. You know what I'm saying? And then came to New York, did the Wiz, met Quincy, all that. But that experience of being in New York took him to Studio 54, and that's how he gets into Off the Wall and some aspects of Thriller, according to the way the story was written, because he was seeing people dancing, and the whole Off the Wall movement was about getting off the wall, dancing, partying, not just standing there. You know what I mean? A movement, a vibe. So I love that you pulling that aesthetic in here. How did you and James Blake, because that character is amazing.
Me and James, I feel like we worked slightly back in 2021, and we just had this one record that always stuck in my head, and I was like, yo, let me get back in with James. And well, I'm gonna tell you a crazy story, because Ebro, you one of those guys. I was actually, this is way back when I was working with Ye on Donda. I don't know which Donda he was working on at this one of them, and he was at this kind of like chateau type place, randomly in California, and I had to drive over there, and it was just James in there with some random equipment and Ye, and I pulled up on Ye. It's so crazy. I pulled up on Ye in search of help for Love Sick. Like, yo, what should I do? And Ye listening to all the music, and he's just like, he look at James Blake. He's like, James Blake is really, I don't know. He's like, there's nothing I can really tell you, bro.
I can't help you in it.
Yeah, he's like, you need chords.
Yeah.
And he's just like, James Blake has all the chords.
Yeah.
And after that, bro, like, me and James been rocking crazy ever since. But that was a really crazy, surreal moment for me.
For a singer and a writer like yourself, finding James Blake must be magical for you?
Man, it was a blessing, and it was a blessing in disguise, bro. Honestly, it's crazy. It was crazy how that happened. I forgot about that.
I think 2022 you was on tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said you went into writing this album.
Mm-hmm.
You I think you worked with Wheezy, Des Wright, K Tronada. We mentioned James Blake, Hit Boy,
Mm-hmm.
DJ Dahi, Hit Boy Dahi. What's going on, fellas? But between touring and jumping into this album, have you had time to live life? Or are you still pulling from, because you've been in a whirlwind? I mean, you mentioned Ye. We're gonna get into some of the catalog, Eminem, you and Anderson .Paak. You know what I mean? Like y'all, you've been cooking. The Cactus Jack family,
Mm-hmm.
writing for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had a chance yourself to just be like, yo, I need to go live?
Nah,
Not yet.
but I have picked up on a couple things that just make me happy, and I'm good. But I definitely need a vacation. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's on the way though.
It's on the way. I ain't tripping about it right now. I'm still
Yeah.
good, but one day I'm gonna just sit back and just be like, man, and it's gonna feel good for sure.
When you look at some of your heroes, musical heroes
Mhm.
of the past,
Mhm.
whose career do you want? Like when you, not just music catalog, like maybe somebody, because you told me on some of our past interviews that you and Dad used to drive and listen to music and he
Mhm.
was playing.
Mhm.
But is there anybody when you're like, yo, if my career patterned like this and moved like this person, I would be fulfilled?
I feel like Pharrell.
Mm.
Pharrell always seems to understand what it is, as far as like how he carries himself. Past the music, past everything else, the way I feel like he carries himself and the way he just seems to, maintain, what Pharrell's been maintained all these years is amazing to me. So I definitely big kudos to P.
Yeah, man, I love P. Who is Tisa Korean?
Tisa is a Houston visionary and a legend. He was like the first person to actually shoot my first solo video. He's an artist as well. He makes his own videos. He edits. He's know how to dance. He does like damn near everything. And I think people of that type of talent, that type of stature from my city, definitely needs a big flashlight on him. Yeah, shout out him. He's on Go
Go
Down,
down.
crazy record.
The notes say it's a concept album.
Hmm.
That's what we're going with?
Yeah, very much conceptual album. It's definitely a concept with just some real elements of what I feel like people go through in real life.
Would you ever own a club? It says you're playing a diner owner with aspirations of his own club and become a mogul. That's kind of the narrative that or the filter, I guess, you worked on most of these songs through.
Yes, that's definitely the basis of it.
Is that something you for real want to do?
Honestly, I had this like pop up the other day, and just to see all the fans pull up to this, I had a pop up at like this burger spot called Monty's in LA, and to see all the fans pull up, and not only did they want to pull up, they wanted. I had like a chocolate shake, special chocolate shake, man. They wanted the food, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely inspired me to want to open a diner one day or do something like that back home or something.
That's an
for
ill
sure.
tour concept too.
Man, what?
What?
The whole diner is crazy.
When you work with somebody like SZA, who is a songwriter herself, and how, did you know when you guys were working on that song that it was gonna end up on this SOS, or was y'all just working?
It was just working. We was definitely just
Creating.
working. Yeah, just creating and whatever is whatever. I really, we both really liked the song, so I knew she would possibly be using it, but I was definitely happy when I got the call. So shout out SZA for sure.
We gotta play the Bieber Future.
Got to.
Private Landing.
Crazy
Super duper.
record.
You and Biebs done cooked before.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And you and Future also.
Yep.
Yep. So was this song something you were sitting on already, or?
I already had the song. This song is a very special song to me because it's like one of the last songs I recorded when I was staying in this house in Houston before I moved to LA. And the energy in the house was just so crazy, and I just was so happy to be able to. And I think I recorded it myself too. My first my first hook and all that was when I was trying to learn how to record myself because I didn't have an ongoing engineer back then as well in my house. So it's a very special song to me, and I really just pulled it last minute, pulled it out last minute. The album was basically done. I was just like, I need something on my album that I'm really like ready to get fully to. So end up Metro, hollered at Metro about seeing how, you know, he could possibly pull this future play together for me. And he made that happen and sent me the record, and I told Justin about it, and Justin ended up getting on it. Well, Justin already was on it before, actually. Justin jumped on it, and then that's when I was like, yo, I got my boy Justin. Let's get Pluto on the record. And it's just crazy.
You got Wizkid on this project.
Yeah.
That's a huge look for both Wizkid and yourself. I'm a big fan of building the bridge between, you know, black folks in America and Africa. It's a big deal for me, so I love seeing that.
Shout out all my boys in Nigeria. I'm coming very soon to turn up with you boys. And
they R&B movement over there is official too, bro.
Dog. I got a big wave in Nigeria. Shout out them boys out there, man. And Wiz, that's my brother. I appreciate him. Great guy. Appreciate him to the end, bro. And honored for him to be on the track with him.
And then let's talk about the OG, the legend, Charlie Wilson. First, before you tell us the story of how you got him on the album, I would just love to hear any Charlie Wilson. I mean, because, you know, I'm an old head, so we could talk Gap Band. We could talk,
Gap Band all day long. All his solo albums and anything he ever did with Pharrell.
Yep.
And anything he ever did with Tyler. I'm all for it. So I'm happy to be a part of his legacy. Charlie, thank you so much. That session was amazing, bro. He pulled up on me with the baseball cap and the Gucci sweatsuit with the Gucci shoes on and got in there and laid that verse down and ain't take no time. Ain't waste no time.
It's easy for him. Isn't it incredible how easy it is for him to do what he does, man?
Super legend.
It's crazy. So we running through Love Sick. Y'all caught that today. And now let's get into the Deluxe.
The Deluxe consists of 4 songs. One song is called No Pole, which is a fan favorite. You gonna listen to that. I spazzed on it. The next song is Embarrassed, featuring Travis Scott. A next song, which is just a song that I love that I really just wanted to give my fans, called Geronimo. And the last one is Tizo, Touchdown. Luckily I'm having.
Luckily I'm having.
Luckily I'm having.
Girls just want to have.
Girls just want to have.
And so luckily I'm having.
Luckily
I'm having.
I'm having.
Don Toliver, man, go get it. The Love Sick Deluxe.